Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back again with my second video of the day, and today, this one is actually going to be my album of the week for this week. I just finished my songs of the week, which is a series that I haven't done in a long time, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Go check it out if you haven't got the chance to already. And as far as my album of the week, I'm going to pick a band and an album that I'm sure almost everyone knows. And the band is Breaking Benjamin, and the album is their 2009 album, Dear Agony. Yeah, it is cracked. I apologize for that, but yeah, Dear Agony came out back in 2009 when I was still in high school. I was just starting my senior year of high school back then, and I didn't even know that Breaking Benjamin had an album coming out. I had no idea. Uh, I was 2 years into my Breaking Benjamin fandom at that time, so I was still fairly new. Um, this was after a couple of years after Phobia came out in 2006, so I was still listening to stuff like Diary of Jane and Breath, Until the End, you know, Evil Angel, and songs like that. And the funny thing is, I actually found this album on the senior class trip that we went on. It was a field trip back in high school that we went on. We went on it to you guys probably don't know what this is, to Sloss Furnace in Birmingham, Alabama, which is known as one of the most haunted locations in the world. And it was to take our senior class pictures. Right? Take us to a haunted place. That makes sense, right? But it was a fun trip. And after that, they let us loose in a mall. And I think I was in Hot Topic, believe it or not. And I was looking through the CD cases and I found Dear Agony. And I didn't know if it was an old album or if it was brand new. I had no idea. And when I looked at the year it came out, it said 2009, and I said, "Oh wow, this is new stuff." So of course I actually bought it then and there because my mom, she gave me some money for the class trip, so thank you for that. Even though I'm thanking her 10 years later, but anyway, that's the story of that, and this is still to this day my favorite Breaking Benjamin album of all time, and I mean, with songs like I Will Not Bow, Crawl, uh, Dear Agony, and my favorite Breaking Benjamin song of all time, Without You. I mean, you can't go wrong with this album. Um, well, let's talk about some of the songs. I'll start with I Will Not Bow. I know this was the first single released from this album back in 2009, and I mean, I can definitely see why it was the lead single. Uh, you know, exactly what you would expect from Breaking Benjamin. Typical hard rock style. Ben Burnley does a great job as he always does. Even though his vocal performance has diminished over the last 10 years, I would say he's still a great vocalist, no doubt. But yeah, I Will Not Bow is definitely a great lead-off single, and I'm not going to go into much detail of songs on this album because it's very familiar to everybody. Everyone knows Breaking Benjamin. They know these songs, so I'm not going to describe them that much. And number three, the song "Crawl." I mean, that's probably, in my opinion, one of the most, I would say, underrated songs from this album. In my opinion, I've heard a couple of people talk about "Crawl." I talk about it. My best friend talks about it. We were talking about it and listening to it the other day as well. But I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this song, and that it surprises me a little bit because I think that this is one of the better songs off of the album in general. Uh, yeah. Next, I'm going to talk about the title track, "Dear Agony." This is probably one of the most, in my opinion, most heartfelt songs and probably one of the most depressing songs on the album itself. Um, it's very it's very eye opening and it's very relatable for a lot of people, and it's very heartfelt. Ben Burnley does another great job of voicing his vocal range on this, and you can tell that he brings passion with everything that he does, and especially on Dear Agony. Well, he brings it on every album, but this one especially. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about my favorite Breaking Benjamin song of all time, Without You. Now, Without You actually used to be my second favorite Breaking Benjamin song. Number one was always The Diary of Jane, and I know that's a pretty popular decision, but I meant it when I said that Diary of Jane was my favorite. And it was up until maybe a couple of years ago. I just started really listening to the song Without You, and it just blew me away. It captivated me in a way that uh, no other Breaking Benjamin song has been able to do, really. And that's high praise. I mean, there are Breaking Benjamin songs that I love, that I absolutely do love, but none of them have been able to come close to the song Without You for me. Without You is a song that I hold very near and dear to me. And, it's just got everything. It's got everything that you could ask for in a Breaking Benjamin song. Awesome melody, awesome guitar work, drum work, awesome vocal performances, and the lyrics and the way that they are sung by Ben Burnley really, really, like I said, it captivates me. It kind of sends chills down my spine every time I listen to this song, and just how incredibly awesome I think this song is. So, yeah, this album would get a 10 out of 10 for me. I know I'm not reviewing it, but if there's one song on here that's never really stood out to me, and it's a song that almost everybody likes, and it's the song Anthem of the Angels. I don't know what it is about that song, but it's a song that I've never really cared for, and I've heard that it's probably the most, well, not the most, it is the deepest song on the album, because it's talking about someone in his family that passed away, or was on the verge of passing away. And it kind of makes me feel bad for not liking it, because I mean, I can appreciate the heartfelt message in that song, but it just doesn't stick out to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how many times I listen to Anthem of the Angels. I can't get into it. But if it wasn't for Anthem of the Angels, then Dear Agony would be a 10 out of 10 album for me. So, with that being said, I would have to give Dear Agony a 9.5 out of 10. So yeah, but it's still my favorite Breaking Benjamin album of all time, despite that one song. And yeah, here it is, Dear Agony by Breaking Benjamin. That is my album of the week for this week. And I'm going to go let my voice rest now. I've been talking for about almost, when you combine the two videos, almost 25 minutes maybe, if that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and as always, what is your favorite Breaking Benjamin song and album? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel, and the next video will be here in a couple of days. There's going to be a new CD pickup video for a little bit of a bargain. I'll explain that when the time comes, but be on the lookout for that. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Take care.